Why Path of Exile 2 is such a staple in the action RPG gaming genre. Path of Exile 2 has solidified itself as a cornerstone in the action RPG genre through its relentless commitment to mechanical depth and innovation. Where other titles often simplify gameplay loops for broader appeal, Path of Exile 2 leans unapologetically into complexity. Its intricate web of passive skill trees, skill gem system, and character customization not only invites experimentation but rewards mastery, providing a long-term engagement loop that other games rarely match. The visual and narrative overhaul presented in Path of Exile 2 reflects a deep understanding of what fans expect from a modern ARPG. The game's darker, grittier aesthetic signals a return to the genre's gothic roots, evoking the mood of classics like Diablo 2 while layering in its own lore-rich world-building. Grinding Gear Games has demonstrated an exceptional ability to evolve artistically without discarding the franchise's identity. One of the most notable features that positions Path of Exile 2 as a genre leader is its seamless integration of the original game with the new campaign and systems. Rather than fragmenting the player base or discarding years of content, the developers have fused both experiences, maintaining accessibility for veterans and newcomers alike. This unified vision shows a respect for the game's legacy and an understanding of the long-term community investment. Another vital aspect is the economy and itemization system, which continues to be unmatched in its depth and player-driven complexity. The absence of traditional gold currency in favor of a bartering system of orbs introduces a dynamic market environment, encouraging trade theory, crafting ingenuity, and long-term planning. These systems aren't just functional, they're integral to the core gameplay loop, elevating the entire ARPG experience. Path of Exile 2's boss design and encounter structure also underscore its place as a top-tier ARPG. Boss fights are no longer just mechanical obstacles. They are tests of strategy, build viability, and knowledge of game systems. Players are pushed to read patterns, build counters, and think critically, making these moments not just flashy spectacles but true highlights of player agency and accomplishment. The commitment to free content updates and expansions further cements the game's position in the genre. Grinding Gear Games consistently delivers leagues that introduce mechanics which often feel like full-scale features in other titles. These updates don't just pad content, they reshape the meta, introduce new layers of strategy, and push players to adapt and grow with each new cycle. Community engagement plays a significant role in why Path of Exile 2 has such a lasting impact. Developers regularly interact with players, listen to feedback, and offer transparency about design philosophy and roadmaps. This creates a collaborative atmosphere where players feel a sense of ownership and participation in the game's evolution, which is rare in a space dominated by one-way communication. Equally important is how Path of Exile 2 handles power fantasy in relation to challenge. The game allows players to feel overwhelmingly powerful but only through deliberate planning and hard-earned progression. This design principle ensures that success feels earned rather than given, deepening satisfaction and increasing long-term player retention. Moreover, the game's versatility in build diversity and class identity keeps gameplay fresh across thousands of hours. Whether a player wants to be a spell-casting necromancer or a bleed-stacking gladiator, the game accommodates all playstyles without forcing meta conformity. This freedom inspires creativity, fosters community content like build guides and theory crafting, and helps maintain player interest over time. Path of Exile 2 also benefits from its status as a game built for the hardcore gamer without sacrificing entry points for the casual audience. Through extensive tutorials, improved UI, and better onboarding systems, the game has become more accessible without compromising the core challenge that defines it. This balance is a difficult feat and a key reason for its genre dominance. On a technical level, the improvements in graphics, performance, and stability show that Grinding Gear Games is not content with resting on past success. Path of Exile 2 is being built with future-proofing in mind, ensuring that the game not only competes with current-gen ARPGs but sets a benchmark for what is possible in the next generation of the genre. The PvE endgame, anchored by the Atlas of Worlds, has always been one of Path of Exile's crown jewels, and its evolution in Path of Exile 2 demonstrates an ongoing commitment to post-campaign content. The sheer scope of endgame customization, mapping options, and boss hunting transforms what would be a grind in other games into a deeply personalized and strategic pursuit. Path of Exile 2's skill gem system overhaul also revolutionizes build crafting without losing the original's core identity. The introduction of socketable skill gems directly into weapons and armor simplifies usability while preserving the depth of support links and interaction. This rework proves that innovation doesn't have to come at the cost of player agency or system richness. In a genre often plagued by monetization controversies, Path of Exile 2 continues the franchise's strong ethical stance. The game remains entirely free to play without pay-to-win mechanics, monetizing only through cosmetic microtransactions. This model builds trust, attracts long-term players, and reinforces the game's integrity among its audience. Conclusion: Path of Exile 2 stands as a genre staple not just because of what it adds to the ARPG formula, but because of how it respects, evolves, and redefines it. With deep systems, a thriving economy, complex build possibilities, and a strong developer community relationship, it embodies what passionate game development can achieve. It's not merely another sequel, it's a declaration of leadership in a category that demands both creativity and commitment.